keep in mind. Okay, now until last week what we have done, we just have assigned we have created the remittance, not remittance alone, number ranges, number groups. Okay, not here, up to here we have not yet reached. Maintain tax due dates. Okay, let us check here. Check recipient types. Not here. Okay. Now here define withholding tax type for invoice posting. Then, as I have explained in the last session, so the withholding tax which we are going to deduct at the time of invoice posting or at the time of advance, whichever is earlier. Okay, now financial accounting global settings, withholding taxes, extended withholding taxes, then calculation, withholding tax types, withholding tax types. Then define withholding tax type for invoice posting, define withholding tax type for payment posting. Means don't confuse, payment means at the time of advance or at the time of full payment. Okay, just think in that way. Okay, then define withholding tax types. Country key is India. Okay, so there are no tax types are defined here. What I will do, I will define is a G1, then section 194C invoice posting. Then now here we must have to don't select the okay, I mean gross amount. It is already means, see, don't select the net amount. It is always should be a gross amount. Okay, the reason being that now let us assume my invoice value which contains it's a 1 lakh rupees. So I want to deduct the withholding tax on total amount. Okay, not on the net amount. Okay, remember, means let us assume I am an employee. I am working for a business for an XYZ organization. Then what will happen? Okay, when the organization is going to deduct the tax TDS on my salary, after deduction means there might be a multiple deductions, might be a my PF will be there, might be if I have done some insurance. Okay, different things will be there. Then after deducting the all amount, maybe after deducting the, let us assume 30,000 has been deducted, has gone from the 1 lakh. Means if I am going to charge the 70,000 on the after deductions, means that is not the correct way. Means I want to deduct straightforward on my entire amount. Okay, after deduction of that, then whichever amount is left out, then on that only I am going to charge the other deductions. Okay, remember, keep in mind the gross amount. Then the next one is a withholding tax. Okay, commercial, it's a common round. Okay, this we must have to rounding radio button, means it's a rounding purpose, rounding rule. If it is a 0.555, then the system will accumulate the value and it will make the value is a round up. Okay, so post withholding tax amount. Okay, we must have to select this option. Then no accumulation radio button. See, no accumulation, why we need to select this option? Okay, so let us assume, I will give a small example why we would required. I will give the example why we why we should not, why we need to select that option, accumulation option. Okay, let us assume I have given a advance to vendor. Let us assume 50,000 rupees. Okay, then on this I have charged is a TDS. Let us assume is a 5% of the TDS. Okay, 5% of the TDS which I have charged already. Then 50,000 into 5%, it will become is a 2,500 rupees. Then my total contract value would be a making payment. Means once the whatever the contract I have given to the vendor, his job is done. Okay, now I have to make payment to that vendor. Okay, what I have to do? Okay, I have to make the payment, make payment. Okay, or invoice posting. invoice posting. Let us assume the invoice value would be a, let us assume 1 lakh rupees. Okay, 1 lakh rupees. Let us assume on this 1 lakh also I am going to charge is a 5% only. The value would be it's a 5,000 rupees. Means what will happen here? The total contract value would be a 1 lakh rupees only. But going forward, what I will do, I will adjust this value, okay, against this invoice. Okay, against this invoice, what will happen? Which I have to make payment to the vendor. What will happen? The payable value to vendor, only how much I have to make payment, the balance amount is a 50,000 rupees only pending, okay, to which I want to make payment. But here you can observe the contract value would be a total is a 1 lakh rupees. But from this 1 lakh rupees, which I have to deduct the tax. But even though I have deducted at the time of advance or at the time of invoice posting, if I accumulate these two values, what will happen? Means the total tax which I am going to pay is a 7,500 rupees. Means that is not the correct way. That should not accumulate. Okay, that should not. If I remove this one, advance means now total value, total tax which I made payment, then which they have deducted is a 7,500. But this is not the correct way. Okay, means how much tax which I have originally, which I have to make the payment to the government is that, then only the 50, only the 5,000 rupees. Because the reason being that the total contract value would be a 1 lakh. On this 1 lakh, I am deducting the advance amount. This is a minus, means the total final amount which I have to make payment to the vendor is a 50,000 rupees. Means already I have deducted here the tax 5%. Then again, when I am making the payment, when I am making the payment, okay, means again if I charge at the time of invoice or at the time of payment, so it will get doubled. So that is the reason, okay, the system should not accumulate this value. It should show as a individually only. Okay, it should not accumulate. Okay, if it will accumulate, the value will not correct. Means the payable value will be more than the, okay, payable value. The system will show it's a more and more value. Okay, so that is the importance of that one. Okay, now enter, then save it. Now the next one which I'm going to create, this is for invoice posting. Okay, now I want to create, okay, at the time of paste, at the time of posting. Now the tax code I will give is the tax code is a GA. I will give is a tax code is a GA. Okay, section code 194 at the time of advance posting. Advance posting. Okay, then others are common. Okay, gross amount, withholding tax. This we have already selected. Post withholding tax. Then no accumulation. Post withholding tax amount. Okay, we have already selected this one. Select the one more option. Okay, control data, withholding tax base amount, withholding tax. Yeah, withholding tax code, withholding tax 11. Tax amount. Okay, no accumulation. Post withholding tax amount we have already. Then central invoice posting. Then here is accumulation, posting account for tax. Then calendar year, no accumulation. Withholding tax type level, withholding tax. Yeah, fine. We have defined. Then enter. Then save it. Okay, so what we have done, we have created two tax types. Okay, withholding tax types. Not we have not yet created tax codes till now. Okay, now central somewhere it is a missing. One moment. GA gross amount application withholding accumulation withholding tax base amount base amount withholding level. Okay. Founding net modification posting no accumulation for it. There just checking that amount of it required revision and maximum amount withholding tax level amount. Okay, fine. So what we have done, we just have defined the withholding tax, I mean tax types, then define withholding tax type for invoice posting. For invoice posting, define withholding tax type for payment posting. Let me see this one. Okay, we did the wrong thing. That is what it is not coming here. Okay, see, should not do this one. That's what that I was checking. Okay, next go to here. Okay, at the time of posting, at the time of invoice posting, this is at the time of invoice, at the time of payment advance. Okay, then give is a GA. I will give now. Here is the now here section 194C contract, then advance posting. Posting, advance posting. Okay, now here need to select for the gross amount. Okay, then select withholding tax. Okay, this one commercial rounding button, then cash discount doesn't apply, post withholding taxes, no accumulation. Okay, then then post withholding tax we have already selected. Then here just come down, minimum base amount withholding taxes central. Okay, so we must have to select this option. This was the option what I was looking over there. Central invoice proportionate. Okay, for what purpose? Okay, as I have explained. Okay, means the deduction of the tax here, what we have deducted already at the time of advance or at the time of invoice posting, whichever is earlier, fine. But now when the two transactions which are happened, now tax has been deducted. Here it has been deducted. Here it has been deducted. But my total contract value would be a 1 lakh. Okay, on this 1 lakh 5%, 5,000 which I have to make payment to the, I mean which the who is going to deduct my tax. Okay, the customer has to deduct this amount. But instead of this one, if they could have deducted the 7,500, that is not the correct way. Means as soon as once we select central invoice proportionate option, what system does when you are going to post the entries, means at the time of advance or at the time of posting, okay, whatever it may be, means system automatically it will adjust the value. It will adjust the value, means even if the deductions are more, okay, the system only the final amount which we have to make the payment to the deduction would be only, okay, as I mean the system automatically it will get adjusted. Means if at the time of advance what will happen, this is the minus value. Okay, the original value it's only 2,500 rupees. It will show here. Here the deduction will be a 2,500 rupees. It will show. Then at the time of payment, again on this 50,000, 5%. Again the 2,500 it will get deducted. Means the total contract value is a 1 lakh. Then total my deduction would be a, with TDS is a 5,000 rupees. Then it is going to match. Means that is the importance of this one. Okay, just save it. Then the next one, define withholding tax codes. Withholding tax types we have done. The next one, define withholding tax codes. India. So withholding tax types we have already defined. Okay, withholding tax type we have already defined. Okay, now let me select the G1. Withholding tax code also I will give just for identification is a G1 only. I will give it here. Then under section 194C, invoice. Okay, then official withholding tax key. Here we must have to select the okay section 194C. Then the base amount which I am going to deduct the value would be means 100% the gross amount on that amount which I am going to deduct. Then posting indicator. Then posting indicator, let me go here. The standard posting behavior per customer line item, okay, reduced. Okay, the always you can select this one. Okay, the one posting indicator. Now you can see here withholding tax rate means how much percentage which you are going to charge. Okay, let me give the okay the 5%. I will give 5%. Okay, the withholding tax which I want to deduct. Then enter. And also one more thing, remember, for withholding taxes, we can have a validity period also. Now let us assume this tax code G1, okay, we are going to assign into the vendor master data. Now this tax code, okay, this under this section, the percentage which I am charging is a 5%. Let us assume for 2022 financial year, this much percentage what government has been decided. Then for upcoming financial years, okay, then they might have changed. It means from 5 to 5.5%, or there might be some reductions the value at that point of time. Please keep in mind, do not disturb the existing tax code. Means you just keep it as a validity. Okay, going forward I will show you where we can map the validity period for this withholding tax. But if there could be a such requirement, okay, for tax code changes, do not do any changes the existing one. Okay, create the new tax code for your country, and you can get the inputs from business and create the new tax code. The reason being that if we can do changes, let us assume now today I'm posting a business transactions with 5% of the TDS. Now going forward, okay, there could be a some increase, means that the TDS has been increased under this section. Now let me make it from 5 to 5.5. What will happen? Thus there will be a impact on our previous posted data. So that could be the reason. Do not do any changes. Okay, in the means with this tax code we have already done the okay postings. So if you do changes, it will have impact on your existing business transactions. Okay, so that is the reason. Do not do and do not encourage. Okay, going forward, even I will keep it the validity, means I will show you where we can keep the validity. Means this tax code I want to I mean the validity period should be from 1st April to 31st March 23. Then we can keep that. Then after that you can create new tax code, then you can use it for your business requirement. I will show you where we are going to. Okay, then go back. This is for invoice posting. Then the next one would be a one would be a the GA, I think. Yeah, GA for advanced posting. Here also I'll keep it. Okay, this is the value I am keying newly. Okay, okay, for my identification. Invoice posting here, advanced posting. Okay, then advanced posting I'll keep it as a 5%. Okay, straightforward. Here also the amount would be, it is the same. Then enter. save it. Okay, now what I have done, I just have created the okay tax codes. Okay, check recipient type means the next one would be a recipient type, means who is going to deduct tax on behalf of us. Okay, means either the tax deduction will be a organization or will be a companies. Means individuals. Means if we are working for any some let us assume now we are working for some organization, then the organization is going to deduct the taxes. Individuals means if we are working for any small scale, any services we are providing, some courier services, whatever it may be. Okay, then individually also they can deduct the taxes. Okay, now go to the basic settings, then check recipient type. You can see here country is an India, withholding tax type. Okay, we must have to select the withholding tax type is a G1. Recipient type I will keep it as a CO, means a company, means who is going to deduct tax on behalf of me. Then company. Okay, for these two tax types, then then after that what we need to do, then maintain tax due dates. Means in the beginning sessions I was explained about, let us assume now for the month of October, if I am going to deduct the tax last, means when the salaries will be credited to the employees, means it's the last working day of the month. As soon as once I deduct the withholding tax, that tax I must have to deposit to the government before 7th or on or 7th of the next month, means coming month. Means for October month TDS deductions we have to deposit to the government in the month of November 7th date is the 7th. I am talking about date. Okay, 7th of next month, or if 7th is falling is a holiday, okay, we must have to make payment before the holiday. Okay, so now let me go here, maintain tax due dates. Now basic settings, India, define business place we have already done, maintain tax due days. Now you can see here country, we must have to specify the country. Okay, then official withholding tax means section, under which section we are going to depositing the tax, means who is going to recipients we have already seen is a company. Okay, for two tax codes. Okay, due days which I am going to give is a 777. I will give the days, means for next month which I am going to, okay, which I have to make the payment. Then assign withholding tax type means this withholding taxes we have not yet assigned to our company code. Okay, so then the next one would be which I am going to assign the withholding taxes to the company code. Company codes here, assign withholding tax types to the company codes here. Then select this one. Then inventories, the company code is our company code is a GA01. Then withholding tax type, withholding tax type, let me assign as G1. Recipient type is a CO. Okay, now you can see as in the previous step I was telling that, okay, in the previous step I was telling that we can able to give the validity period for this particular tax code. Okay, where we can give that. Okay, now you can see here withholding tax. Now, okay, withholding tax agent checkbox we have to select. Now here we must have to specify the date. Let us assume this code will be validity 01/04/2022 to then 31/03/2023. I will give the validity period of this one. Okay, then save it. Then see for G1 I have mapped. Okay, now the withholding tax type still it is there. Select this one. Then for GA, then the this is the same. Okay, then enter. Means I just have copied. Now you can see here, if I go here for our company code, you can see two withholding tax types which has been mapped. Under this tax type, we have created the tax codes. Remember, okay, how system is going to understand the logic. Then go back. Go back. Now activate company code, activate extended withholding tax. Now go to here, the company code E01. Then you can select this checkbox. Means so that this is going to applicable, means the for this company code we are activating the extended withholding tax. Okay, just it's a warning message only. Okay, because since it is a cross postings, cross modules posting, so that is the reason just system has given the warning message. Then you are activate the extended withholding tax functionality. Okay, then fine. Then withholding taxes, extended withholding taxes. Then go to the calculation, India surcharges. See, let us assume, okay, whatever the tax which I have deducted, okay, this amount, the total amount would be, let us assume is a 5,000 rupees. On this 5,000 rupees, if I am going to charge is a surcharge, Sur surcharge means I want to charge 10% amount on this amount, means the total 5,000, I mean on this 5,000 into 10% means, okay, 5,000 into the surcharge amount would be a 10%. Okay, I just mentioned it wrong. 10% means 10%. Okay, now the total amount which I am going to deduct to the on this value on this contract 5,500 rupees, which has included the surcharge also. Remember, okay, now if I want to maintain the surcharge also, if I want to charge, okay, surcharge, okay, on the particular thing, then let me go here. Okay, company code I will give GA01, GA01 I will give. Surcharge and tax codes, where it is the tax codes are. Okay, there. Okay, maintain surcharge. It's a surcharge combination with basic, yes, withholding tax codes. Okay, instead of that, we can directly go here and we can maintain here. Okay, now what? Let me go here and do it. Click on the new entries. Now company code is a GA01. Then withholding tax code. Let me give here is the India G1. Then withholding. Okay, this is the withholding tax type, withholding tax code also G1. The recipient type is a C1. CO, recipient type is a company. Then surcharge amount, which I am going to deduct surcharge 10%. Let me give the GA01, then GA, then GA, then CO, means a recipient type. Okay, for on behalf of these codes, which I want to deduct 10% the surcharge amount. Okay, now we have done the configuration. Now what we need to do, still the configuration small, I mean still there are few steps are left out. Then I'm going to create a withholding tax bookings. I mean the entries means to show the separate entries. Okay, when I am going to deduct the withholding tax, I want to post at the time of invoice or at the time of, okay, for advance posting. Okay, I want to have a separate GL accounts for this one. Okay, now let me create the GL accounts here. FS 00 01. So, okay, this is the account what I am going to create. Let us assume contractors. For contractors, P&L account, since it is a profit and loss account, it is a expenditure account. The 4 series is a, okay. Then let me give the office painting. Office painting means for this painting purpose, I have given contract to the person. Office painting. Then it's a balance sheet line item display. Select this one. Then G001. Save it. Okay, so for this one I have created. So the next one which I am going to create is for the selecting what liability series means if our organization is going to deduct withholding tax on behalf of the employees, on behalf of the, let us assume, okay, on painting. Okay, painting we have given contract to the contractor. Okay, on that contractor, if we are going to deduct, it means it is the liability for us. It means whatever the amount we have deducted, that amount we must have to deposit to the government. Okay, so that is the reason we are going to treat that as a liability. Okay, so we must have to treat that as a liability. Okay, now already it is created. Then create 510. Then it's a balance sheet account. Okay, it is a liability. Then TDS on services. Let me services. Then go here, open item management, line item display. Since it's a payable account, okay, G001. Okay, what we have done, we have done the configuration. Okay, we have created the GL accounts. Then for accounts for which I want to post means automatic postings. Means when I am going to post withholding tax, the system has to determine the GL account automatically, means without manual intervention. Then up to standard withholding tax, then postings here, accounts for withholding taxes, paid over. Yeah, define accounts for withholding tax to paid over. The chart of accounts is GE. What I have given here is the then withholding tax code. Okay, withholding tax type checkbox. Then save it. Don't select the debit and credit, which system already, okay, by default has been defined. Okay, now the withholding tax type which I will give is a, okay, G1. Here also withholding tax code also it is a G1. Then account I will give 10050 100 what I have created. Then the next one is a DA. Then here also I will give is a DA. Then the same GL account. Enter. Okay. Then save it. Then save it. Okay, now what I have done, we have done the configuration for the automatic postings. Then maintain company code settings. Then maintain company code settings. SPRO, logistics general, tax on goods movement, tax on goods movements, India. Then sorry, India, basic settings, basic settings. Okay, maintain company code settings. Maintain company code settings. Just select the inventories. Okay, no need to do anything here. Just give the GE01 company code and enter it, save it. Okay, don't do any changes here. Then come back, come back. Then okay, so then specify the document type for remittance challans. Okay, what we are going to do, the tax now, up to now what we have done, we have instruction to the, we have done the configuration for the tax deduction. Now while deduction of the tax, after deduction of the tax, when we are going to deposit that tax amount to the government, means everywhere, okay, we must, I mean, during the deposit process, okay, we must have to specify the challan number will be there. Okay, that challan number, with that challan number, how much amount we have deposited to the government and what was the date, okay, deposited amount. That challan number is a mandatory in India. Okay, so now for that challan, okay, remittance challans, okay, for which document types, okay, we are going to specify for the challans. Okay, now financial accounting. Okay, to extended withholding tax, financial accounting global settings, withholding tax, extended withholding tax, postings, India, here, remittance challans. Here you can see here remittance challans, document types. Here specify the document types for the, okay, accounts payable only, means we are going to deduct withholding tax on, okay, payables only, not on the receivables. Okay, then give the company code is a GE01. Then document type is a SA, means GL, general ledger document types, which I want to post. Then the next one would be a maintain number groups. Here the next one, go back, maintain number groups here. Then company code, okay, company code is a GE01. Then the section code what we have, okay, section code. Then official withholding tax key is a 194. Then number group, let us assume I will give is a number group is a 08. Okay, just save it. Means for what purpose this number group, under this number group, okay, remember I am going to map the challan numbers. Okay, the for that purpose document number ranges are differ, challan numbers are differ. Okay, assign next one is a, okay, assign number ranges to the groups. The next one, assign number ranges to the groups. Okay, then new entries, okay, the number range group which we have already created. Then internal number range also 08, I am just giving. Then save it. Then maintain number ranges. Then the next step would be which I am going to, okay, maintain the number ranges. Then the /n j1 j1 inumber. Okay, this is the transaction code to maintain the number ranges. Then go to maintain groups button. See here we have already selected groups. Okay, then intervals, then maintain. Okay, company code is asking GE01. Then intervals, add intervals 2022, the financial year. Then the number 12 I will maintain is a 1 lakh. Then save it. Save it. Okay, then assign remittance challans to number ranges. This number ranges we need to assign, okay, to the remittance challan. Then go to /n SM30. Okay, we must have to maintain here home, then J underscore 1IEWT, sorry, TNUMBER. Then click on the maintenance option. J1IEW, J1IEWT, TN, J1IE, J1. GR. Okay, okay, given the wrong one. Okay, GR. Okay, select the new entries. Then the company code is a GE01. Then business place. Business place. This is the one. Then withholding tax key. Okay, 194C. The number range group. So what we have defined is a 08. Enter and save it. Then the next one is a assign remittance challan number group to the section code. Okay, the next one, the same here in SM30 only. We must have to maintain J1 GR underscore 1. Okay, then go to here, company code. That company code GE01 is the company code, section code is a 194. Okay, withholding tax key. Then number groups, then assign the 08, then save it. Okay, so what we have done, okay, we have assigned the groups here. Okay, the number ranges to this particular groups. Then okay, now go back, maintain number groups and SAP script forms. Means as I told, okay, the which we are going to print, even print the withholding tax from the sorry, the form 16s also we can able to print from the SAP system. Okay, then go to here, then SPRO extended withholding tax, then postings India, withholding tax certificates for vendor and customer, then maintain number groups as per SAP script forms. Now select the new entries, company code is a GE01, then section code, select the section code, withholding tax official key, the country is an India, this is the one. Then section type official, withholding tax we have already selected. Then okay, the script forms, okay, 194C we have already given. Okay, so the number group, okay, form we must have to give the form. Okay, section type doesn't require, form is a J underscore 1 I E W T underscore CERT. Then I will give the new group for the challan. Okay, this is the form. It is already the form format, means when we are going to print the form 16, the system is going to, this is the standard SAP delivered format. Okay, then remember, then enter, assign number ranges to the number groups, then go back, assign number ranges to the number groups, then number group which 09 we have already defined, then the 09 which I'm giving here also, then save it. Then maintain number ranges for this particular. Then go back, maintain number ranges. Then groups button, click on this one, then go to go to interval and maintain, give the company code GE01, then click on the interval. Means system will display, then I will give to 2 lakhs. I'll give this number range. Okay. Now assign withholding tax code, so vendor master data. Up to now, what we have done? We have done the configuration successfully. Now, how this withholding tax will be applicable for my vendor means the tax codes which I must have to map into the master data. Then /n, go to FK02, then select the vendor, then select the withholding tax checkbox. Only we would require here in this place, others we don't want. Then come here, the country, you must have to specify the country. Then come here, withholding tax type. Okay, let me select at the time of advance posting the first one. What is the withholding tax code for my advance? Okay, then recipient type is a CO. Okay, if you want to, okay, means if this vendor going forward we do not want to calculate tax, means you have to maintain exemption number and exemption reason. Okay, whatever you want you can maintain. Okay, now you must have to select the liable checkbox. Okay, once let me define this one G1, and this one also it is the G1. Then it's a recipient type is a CO. Then now you can see here at the time of invoice posting, at the time of advance posting. Now we must have to select the liable checkbox. Then only the system will calculate the withholding tax. Otherwise, if you leave this blank, these two liable option checkboxes, system will not calculate withholding tax. Enter. Okay, save it. Now changes has been saved. Now let me go here and post the withholding. Okay, first let me post the invoice. Okay, F-43. Let me give the today's date GE01. Let me select this is the vendor. Okay, so then enter. Let me give the amount here. Contract value would be 1 lakh rupees. Okay, then vendor invoice posting. Then what I will do, vendor at the time of invoice posting, what will happen? Vendor account will be credited. Okay, then the office painting expenses, it is there, right? Okay, I have created the GL account, office painting expenses. This GL account, it is going to debit. Then enter. Now system will throw one more pop-up here. Now you can see here, okay, at the time of invoice posting, which tax code, okay, which tax code is applicable here. If you can come down here. Okay, see at the time of invoice posting, this is the tax code which should give the base amount. What is the base amount? Is a 1 lakh rupees. Okay, then let me enter this one. Now just give the star plus enter. Now you can see here. Okay, there is a one issue, might be it may come for we must out. Okay, but let us see. Now you can see on this vendor, okay, the system has deducted 5,000 rupees, means 5% we have charged. Okay, now save it. I'm expecting that error for PAN number which we have. Okay, I think for this one it is not applicable. For ESP7 we must have to maintain the challan number. Okay, now what we have done, we just have posted the document, invoice document we have posted. Okay, now for this one, okay, I think already time is over. Okay, we'll see that tomorrow. We just have posted the invoice. There are 2-3 steps which are pending. I think it may take time.